She-Rag got me.
Hit boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and wanna see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that wanna keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. It changed name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting up the back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant, he said, I got good news and I got bad news. Okay. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay. Look, sometimes you need the faith, sometimes you need to know your worth, sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but ain't from the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake, you gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage, with the mainframe, loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, that's your force of nature. Boss. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and wanna see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe. Oh. Men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You're looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil, then you need to go open up the briefcase, see with your eyes. Everybody claim to be greatest of all times, but they never spend a day in the rain in the front line. No lie. Stop playing on my phone line. Pull up in the space coupe with the roof optional. Wonder why they follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb. Came out of my mama with some running tennis shoes. Faster than the speeding bullet. No, it's cool, it's cool. Don't play with it, baby. Say so what you gon' do? Stop playing. If you gon' do it, then don't play with it, baby. Exactly. Yeah. Cause you're not built like that. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do.
kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
Jackson on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. And now it's third down.
It's third down. And 7 yards to go.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
So 1st and 10 now from Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Taken down right.
Made there by the safety, Derwin James.
2nd and 10.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is from the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to field position. When that started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Cowboys are going to jump back to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipe.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Take advantage of that with some double moves.
Jackson from the shotgun. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's a pickup of 17. First down. Back good plays, have them on the move on first down. Now Jackson. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Buying time to his left. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, out of bounds. Now they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On third down, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, living till I be. Barbados with the hustle pockets.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll bring up second down. To throw again, Jackson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by the 5-time Pro Bowler Troy Vincent. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a third down. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
He can run for it, and he will. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. of the gun. It's Elliott. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Isaiah Simmons on the
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him anything.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
by Lawrence.
The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
Intercepted.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Now the first carry for Bush. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
He's taken
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll hand it off to Bush. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Gain of 9 yards. And the Bears first down.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A give. This is Bush. And he stopped immediately there. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They go play action now. Jackson. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Number 87.
From 21 yards away. And the Bears have taken the lead. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Sanders on the return. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
2nd and inches.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Reggie Wayne, 68 yards. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
The Bears first down.
Now Jackson on first down. Dancing to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Chris Jones on the stop. 2 yards on the pickup.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead, now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards there and a first down.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 37. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
34-yard line.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson on the catch, it's Andre Johnson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Number 80.
That one down, good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
Third down.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And they get to it quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Makes it 3rd down and 10.
To throw on 3rd down, Jackson. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the 1st down marker. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal. A 24-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now, answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Complete.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive, and also give him a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Bush. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good...
Look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Lawrence Taylor. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowlers, and the return comes to a halt right at the 4-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, as corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
Cowboys
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense overcommitting. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
Chris Jones on the stop.
24-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Jackson. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Tenth carry now for Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 1.
It's 4th down.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LREs.
So on 4th down, out trots the in a big spot here. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Running with Elliott. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. At first glance, I wasn't sure he...
I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you.
is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They'll run it with Bush. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
He was brought down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down now. It's Bush. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble. Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
On first down, Bush. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. From the gun, Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Colt Bob Sanders. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
Back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's set the tone.
And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Saints 7, Bears nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. To return it, here's Reggie Bush. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next. And following the pick, and they had decent field positioning that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Bring up second down. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First catch on that one for Kelsey, and it's a first down.
First and 10.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He's going to air one out. This is intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Intercepted by the
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11 at the 41. Now goal.
41-yard line.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
The ball carrier.
He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
On the delay, it's Bush. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
To the running back.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
He'll run it, and he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Jackson to throw on 3rd down. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. First catch of the game for Cooks. It'll be a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back them up halfway. Well, they're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
Back near his goal line. Here's Breeze. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA halftime report. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He throws, and he hits the slant route to Thomas.
Breeze.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
It's second
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a game.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Breeze, flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. Reggie Bush was the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down.
What a savvy read by the running back. He saw his quarterback was out of the pocket in a little bit of trouble. He just broke off his route and took off deep downfield. Thought for a second there they had him, but they were unable to connect for a big play.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
intercepted.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Jackson.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be what he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
He was defended.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Matt Nagy has made the decision. They're going to go for it here. They'll run for it with a fullback, Sherman. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. And defensively, they were ready for that. A full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. On the run, it's Bush. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by number 2.
A gain of 12.
As they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. The 14-time Pro Bowler Tony Gonzalez, the intended receiver. Third down here. From the gun, it's Breeze. Letting one go deep for the end zone.
Derwin James. Breeze pass intercepted. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one down. Well, the white coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we've hit. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Coach, appreciate it. A one-time here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Settle for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and receive the kick. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Saints offense ready to drive started. They have now. They'll be for some set here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the quarter. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That one unable to develop going. A loss of a couple. It's second down. And he almost had it defensively. It could have been a game changer there in this second half. And it's third down.
These defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. That's Breeze. And that is clean. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive in the second half.
Touchdown was scored there. Now we're talking about a two-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Here's Kevin Huber now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're team up with a stop right out of the line. And now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points. I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. Fielded just inside the 20. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at about the 32. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Man, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
And the Saints, 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Bush. Solid running on the carry, but still down just inside of the. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 39. And he's going to find his man out of there. He'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. So that'll back them up. Now they need 15 yards on the series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Bush. A good comeback there after 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. From the 31, Breeze, and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Hyde, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. To play they needed for a game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they execute. So good starting field position here as they come up 1st and 10. 38. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And able to get this one. It's the 40 brought down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
At the 8-yard line.
Jackson 1st down. He's going to find his running lead. And he's able to get this one down to the 4-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards. 1st down for the Bears. Flag comes in. This might be. Rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. Will accept the penalty, move forward. Following the penalty in 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Rush coming, and he's taken down. DeQuell Jackson. Leaders there as he drops him for a loss of 6. To try again after back. Jackson. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go as incomplete.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. Looking for his running back, and and he gets this down inside the 34 going out of bounds. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Saints will have the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out the game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back. Don't let that dream go just yet. They have to get step defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit.
Loss of 2 yards.
This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Breeze to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gonzalez. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Complete.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa?